Now let's head over to Eli for a look at what's next at 5.
Hey, Heather, a pawn shop owner attacked and the beating was all caught on camera inside his store.
And next thing you know, he's coming back in, wailing across my head and chest. And
how a single word likely triggered the assault, plus a neighborhood on edge during a tense standoff.
The more I looked, the more cars came in here, and I thought, holy cow.
How it all came to an end, and a deputy killed in the line of duty. What we're now learning about his final moments. It's all right now at 5.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 5.
Thanks for joining us at 5 o'clock on this Thursday evening. I'm Eli Roberts.
And I'm Heather Holman. We begin with a huge change today in Oklahoma's weather.
A huge change indeed. The heat wave ending and now rain moving in. Let's get you over to Mike in the Forewarned Storm Center for exactly what's going on. Mike.
It's been great so far today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in the metro. Temperatures not as hot. 80s and a few low 90s for highs. Let's take a look. Our storm trackers are out on this Thursday. There's the scattered showers and thunderstorms that rolled through earlier late this morning and earlier this afternoon. Now skies are partly cloudy here in Oklahoma City. We are 87 outside. That's our high for the day. Still low to upper 90s to near 100 in southern Oklahoma. And we have this outflow boundary now running in the south metro. That's going to be the focal point here going forward for late this afternoon and this evening for a regeneration of showers and thunderstorms. And it's happening right now. So especially Lindsay and Pauls Valley, Garvin County, heading into McLean County by Rosedale down toward Lexington and Purcell, Winnett area here just a bit later on. Showers and thunderstorms out toward Elgin and Apache and Boone and Mount Scott. A few of these earlier were marginally severe, but damaging wind being the main threat, pretty intense lightning as well, and heavy downpours of rain. This is all moving northeasterly at 28 miles per hour, so it'll take it into the south metro deeper into the afternoon and the evening hours. And there's your time of arrival. The Norman area, roughly the 6 to 7 o'clock hour, and also down toward Purcell, Lexington, and Chickasha and Pauls Valley. Some areas of small hail, some shot-size hail, pea-size hail. Other than that, heavy downpours of rain, gusty winds, and some frequent lightning as this activity lights up in the south and southeast metro deeper into the evening hours. And that's my forecast between now and 10 o'clock. That's a low to moderate to high probability of rain. Evening temperatures in the humid 70s, guys, and a threat for some heavy rainfall. And that active weather pattern continues for parts of Friday and the weekend. I'll detail that forecast coming up.
Couldn't get here any sooner. Mike, thank you. Now to several breaking stories. We have been following this afternoon a plane with landing gear issues, and good news here. It landed safely at Will Rogers World Airport. Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4 gave us a bird's eye view of the landing just about 20 minutes ago. At one point, the pilot had to circle Will Rogers Airport this afternoon, then flew north to the Stillwater area to burn off fuel, all before returning to Oklahoma City.
And just before that, Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4 flew over a bad crash near the Amarillo Junction. A semi-truck hauling gasoline rear-ended a car on I-44 just south of I-40. 2 people were checked out by paramedics. Firefighters also had to clean up some fuel that spilled out of that truck. All lanes of I-44 have reopened, but it's still slow going in that area for now.
Some dramatic moments. Family members of a fallen Logan County deputy took the stand today. In 2017, Deputy David Wade was shot and killed in the line of duty. Nathan LaForce found guilty of murder this week.
And now jurors are deciding whether he should get the death penalty. News 4's Emily Akins has been in the courtroom since this trial started. Emily, it was an emotional day for Deputy Wade's family, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was an emotional day. Deputy David Wade's family took the stand to talk about the loss of their loved one and the life that he had. Something that sits like a stone in my gut. That's the way Deputy David Wade's brother described dealing with the pain of his loss. He described his brother as an example of what a public servant should be and says on the day of his funeral service, he saw 19 miles of roadway lined with people paying their respects. He described having to wipe the blood off of his brother's firearm, the one he had used to try and protect himself. He said his brother was buried with that gun because he knows that's what he would have wanted. Deputy Wade's mother also spoke about his time in the National Guard and when he would go on missions out of the country. She said she never thought her son's life would be taken on American soil. Prosecutors finished by showing the second portion of Deputy Wade's body camera video from the day he was shot and killed. You can see Deputy Wade reach for his radio multiple times, trying to talk and get help. Dispatchers talking back to him, asking him to just hang in there. You can hear the woman who owned the house praying over him while he was fighting to survive, saying, "Please keep him safe, Lord." The defense now bringing witnesses to the stand. The first, Nathan's mother, talking about how Nathan was raised and his childhood. She also spoke about the moments Nathan lost his father and how he he couldn't think without his dad. Testimony here has ended for the day. The trial will resume again on Monday. We're live in Logan County. Emily Akins, Oklahoma's News 4.
Thank you, Emily. Updating breaking news now. A man is led away in handcuffs following an hours-long standoff. Cleveland County deputies got a call about a man threatening family members with a gun at the Sunny Lane Estates mobile home park around 10 o'clock this morning. Officials say the suspect locked himself inside a mobile home and refused to come out. Those who live nearby say this was a very unusual sight.
I was watching TV, and when they announced it, I thought, well, I'll go look. And I looked out there, and there was few of the police cars. Then I just looked again, and all this is the most cars I've ever seen up here.
The suspect, now identified as 30-year-old Justin Tucker, was arrested nearly 4 hours later. No one was hurt.
New at 5 o'clock, a former nursing home employee now charged for allegedly stealing from an elderly resident. Court papers revealing that Jamie Purcell took the victim's credit card while she was working at the Quail Creek Nursing and Rehabilitation Center back in 2016. Then she allegedly packed up more than $500 in charges, a lot of it on Amazon. Authorities say that Purcell tried to pay the victim back, but the check she wrote bounced.
A close call for a bicyclist late last night. An Oklahoma City police officer hit the man as he was riding his bike in the area just east of MacArthur and Hefner Road around 10:30 last night. At last check, the victim, 47-year-old Max Kraus, was in critical condition.
Caught on camera, an Oklahoma pawn shop owner is attacked by a man inside of his own business. Now, the victim says it all started after he refused to buy items that the man was trying to pawn. The pawn shop owner saying that it almost cost him his life.
This whole thing could have happened a lot different.
The video tells the story. A customer upset after having been rejected, trying to pawn a Bluetooth speaker. He leaves only to come back with a wood fence plank, and that's when the man let loose.
He came in, tried to pawn some things. I said no. We exchanged some words. He left. I thought, I'll leave it at that. And next thing you know, he's coming back in, wailing across my head and chest. And
the owner, Corey Jones, now has 7 staples in his head, along with a ruptured eardrum. His mother and shop co-owner was just minutes away when she got the call from her son.
Walked in and everything was shambles, just torn up, and wood everywhere from that paddle. And he was bleeding, and the police were here, and pretty scary for a mom.
Police in the southern Oklahoma town of Medill couldn't comment, but Jones says he gave them this surveillance video. He even recognized the suspect as Stephen Gilbert, a customer who had been in his store before. Jones says he also remembers smelling alcohol on Gilbert's breath.
will I press charges? Of course.
Although the attack has left him scarred, Jones says it won't stop him from running his business.
It might stop me from being in here alone, you know, but it's not going to stop me from being a pawnbroker, and it's not going to stop me from saying no to people that I have to say no to.
Medill police arrested Stephen Gilbert for the beating. He's now facing charges for assault and battery. Also this evening, Oklahoma fire crews fighting flames, but south of the Red River. Firefighters from the Oklahoma Forestry Service are lending a hand in North Texas, where crews are battling a large wildfire there. It's all happening near the town of Crowell. For those who don't know, it's just west of Wichita Falls. So far, the fire scorched 5,500 acres, and it's only about 5% contained right now.
From the Sky Center, concern is growing over fires raging through the Amazon right now. More than 70,000 fires are burning in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. The region is often referred to as the planet's lungs, producing 20% of the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere. Brazil's environmental minister said the fires were caused by a combination of dry weather, wind, and heat. However, many environmental organizations and researchers say the fires were likely set by cattle ranchers and loggers wanting to clear land. Authorities have foiled yet another mass shooting plot. A hotel cook in Long Beach, California, allegedly upset over a workplace issue, told a coworker he planned to come to work and shoot everyone he saw. Police say they found guns, including an assault rifle, in the man's home, along with hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Nearly 24 people have been arrested nationwide for threatening a mass shooting in the wake of the tragedies in El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. That is a look at from that news from the Sky Center for right now. Eli.
All right, thank you, Heather. Coming up, the movies are playing, the popcorn popping.
3, 2, 1, go.
We're going to take you inside Midwest City's new Warren Theater, why it took so long to get to this day, and what makes the theater stand out from all the rest.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 5 with Heather Holman, Eli Roberts, Mike Morgan, and Brian Brinkley. Oklahoma's News 4, looking out for you.
Some good news for Oklahoma natural gas customers. Your gas bill, it's going to be lower over the coming year. That's because the Oklahoma Corporation Commission approved a plan to return about $27 million to customers. That means your bill is going to go down on average of $35 over the next 12 months. Residential customers will soon begin to see monthly credits on their ONG bill. The reason for the return? Well, ONG says that the return is linked to recent federal tax reforms.
And get ready to see lower gas prices this fall. AAA is predicting prices at the pump could fall by as much as 25 cents per gallon. Right now, the average price for a gallon of unleaded in Oklahoma is $2.30. So why are prices expected to drop? Well, analysts point to fewer drivers on the road this fall and refineries changing to a cheaper winter blend of gasoline as they do each year. However, experts say hurricanes could cause prices to shoot up if a storm approaches an offshore refinery.
A highly anticipated theater is finally open in Midwest City.
3, 2, 1, go.
There it is. That's the new Warren Theater in Midwest City. It's officially open as of this morning. You see what happened there, a shower of confetti. That theater includes more than a dozen auditoriums, a restaurant, a bar, a lot more too.
This one is unique in the fact that it brings together all the latest technology that there is out there with the curved screens, the digital Dolby sound, and I think that makes this unique and will bring people from other venues back into our community.
The theater was originally scheduled to open by May, but heavy rain forced crews to delay that opening. And speaking of heavy rain, it certainly seems like that was the situation out there today.
We saw a downpour outside KFOR today. Mike, how's the rest of the